Okay, now we'll talk about presentation of the rifle and how to carry the rifle. I always suggest to have at least a sling system, okay? There are several sling systems, I'll talk to you briefly, but more important, we need to have a sling for two purposes. One, we want to carry the rifle lawfully, especially in public, in case you want to. You don't want to go around with the rifle in your hands, because that would be brandishing a weapon. We live in Arizona. You could, and you can, and I did many times, carry the rifle in public. If I carry on a sling, it's fine. If I carry a rifle like this in public, now I can be, probably potentially breaking the law. I may be brandishing this weapon. So that's number one thing. And more important now, we'll start to look at, for practical purposes, the sling is, of course, something to help us out to carry the rifle when we want to have our hands available. But more important, the sling is also a system, especially when we shoot for marksmanship. They help us to really control this rifle and have this rifle more accurate, because we can have really much more control in every aspect. So, two main purposes. Now, we're talking about, first of all, how to carry the rifle with a conventional military web sling, okay? This is a kind of a standard sling. Now, we have two systems. Number one, I'm carrying this is the more orthodox way. On my shooting sight, okay, the barrel is up. Always want to be sure though that I'm controlling part of the rifle, maybe the pistol grip or the stock, depends, with one hand. I don't want to just rely on the sling. From here, I can also do a presentation. In case I need to present this rifle from this position into a fight, I'm going to show you how to do it. But the only thing I don't like about this, now you see if you have a side weapon, like a handgun, it's kind of on the way, and it's a little more of sticking out situation. But this is something that doesn't matter. So let's start to do it slowly. I see the thread. Now I'm going to put my support hand inside, control, out, back into the stock on my shoulder, pocket on my shoulder, and now I'm ready to shoot, if I have to. So now let's do it without talking. Okay, from here. Okay. Now, secondary or second way to carry the rifle, South African way, they call it. I like it, it's my favorite. It's a little more, you see, concealed, especially if I put it on my, let's say, if I'm facing someone, I can look forward and I look like almost I have nothing. I can conceal my rifle much better. There is no muzzle sticking up. So this is something that is also very effective when I do a presentation. So right now, I always support, the rifle with my support hand. In this case, I'm not going just rely on the sling. So from here, I see the thread. With my support hand, get the guard towards and back. Let's do it again. From here, I see a thread and that. Okay, so these are the two basic ways. Now, third way, we're talking about, could be a sling, that one single point sling or two single point slings. They are more tactical slings. Now, this is a single point sling, kind of a cheap sling, but does the job. You can see, this is not much about having control of the rifle for marksmanship, like the 2-point slings, but still allows me to transition from rifle to handgun in case I have to in a very fast way. So something to consider. I like these two, especially for close environment situation, can be a good system. Okay, so these are the three different ways to operate the sling, from a regular side, South African side, single point sling. And now, final is a tactical 2-point sling. This is kind of longer than the conventional sling, but it's still working very effectively because I can still do my transitions from rifle to handgun. And more important, I also have an extra little control. I can still put tension on the rifle, and in case I have to do an accurate shot, this sling can help me out to keep the rifle more in control. So, and I like very much also for the presentation, it's very easy for me. Okay? Something to consider. So, it's up to you Whatever sling you like to get for your situation, at least please get one sling that you feel comfortable, stick with that, train with that.